Hey everybody, this is Drew the driver with Right Into Cash. So apparently the new best time to look for birds and scooters is in the morning between the hours of 5 and 6:55 a.m. I knew in the past that was kind of a good time to search for them in regards to when someone drops off the scooter that's not fully charged, then it was available for someone to scoop it up, or even after 7 a.m. for that same reason when not a fully charged scooter was deployed. Well, now late at night, if I'm going to search around, I just can't seem to find any scooter at all, and so it gets frustrating. So it doesn't seem like it's worth even charging for bird anymore. And so with that in mind, I just got frustrated and kind of stopped and mostly do spins, which I'm an employee of Spin in San Diego, and so I charge those scooters. I pick them up between 9 and 11. They're very accurate math because of the way that they have it set up, and you're not really competing as much as you are with other scooter companies, because you kind of work together with everyone. But for Lime and Bird, it's not quite the same situation. You're competing, you're racing, you're aggressive. In fact, just this morning while I was picking up all these birds that I have in the back, I ended up finding 30 of them in the morning, which is pretty awesome. But while I was looking for them, I definitely encountered two different aggressive drivers who, we were both working toward heading to get to the same scooter, and I just like, all right, dude, you got it. He gunned it and cut across the front of, so I'm driving up one of the Pacific Beach streets, and he's driving down, and he like cuts into the driveway just to block it, and like really aggressive driving essentially, which in my mind is not really acceptable or something worth doing for a $5 scooter. But everyone has their own hustle, everyone has their own level of willingness to be rude and aggressive. Whatever, it's all good. Back to what I'm trying to talk about. So essentially, I now am gonna start scooter searching in the morning. So I'm gonna do my spin. I do spin scooters Monday through Thursday, and I also have a job at a brewery most days of the week. But the days that I'm not working that, I can essentially work an extra 2 hours to capture scooters after finishing spin scooters. So my schedule's gonna be pretty packed, but essentially I'll finish spin, dropping them off around 5:30 in the morning, because I can start as early as 4 in the morning deploying them in downtown, and then I can cruise out to the Pacific Beach area where it seems that there are a lot of scooters available for me to pick up. And then I'll turn the app on, and it's weird, they are slowly releasing like a handful at a time. So you'll see $5 birds, you go pick them up, and then when you look at the app again, 5 more will pop up in different areas, or even right next to where the last one was picked up. So they're doing a slow release deployment system of availability for chargeable scooters, and most of them were actually fully charged. So some were at 100%, some were at 0, some were at like 35. So there's really no system that they have in place as to which ones are being available and which ones are not. But I've also heard that for deployment, the available hubs are sporadically coming out, and most of them are like 2s or 1 or 3 in the early hours between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. And then once 7 a.m. hits, boom, all of them are available. So they've totally shifted, Bird as a company has totally shifted their method of algorithm, or whatever you would call it. So it's no longer a pretty easy to follow system of you pick up between 9 p.m. and midnight, you charge it, and you drop off between 4 and 7. Now it appears as though the system is you pick up in the morning between the hours of 5 and 7, and then you charge it, and then you go deploy like later morning, depending on how long it took to charge it and what have you. So I'm on my way home now. It's 7 a.m. I've got 30 scooters in the back of my truck, which I'm pretty happy about, and I'm going to charge them and I'm going to drop them off probably around between 12 and 2 p.m. So that's what I'm up to. And yeah, that's the new way to make money charging for Bert, or at least I found. I'll throw some screenshots in of what the map looked like throughout it and some pictures of the charging the scooters. I do my best to set up the back of my truck to where I can actually just plug in the charge cables in place, where I don't have to take off every scooter off my truck, load it into a garage or anything. I just literally back right into where I have charging, and I have a 2x4 with my charge cables attached to it, so that I can kind of just move that instead of individually setting up each cable. It's kind of like one long setup with 12 different cables on it. I also we're going to make a video of how to make that, but it's not that great. It's hard to kind of show the best way to do it, and I didn't have enough zip ties to do it the best way. But ultimately, if you're trying to get into the scooter charging in San Diego specifically, because ultimately every market is different, every market has their different timelines, but for here in California and San Diego, if you want to make more money again, you're going to start charging in the morning by snagging them early, setting them up at home, and then you have to deploy at midday, or utilize the snooze feature, which will push your deployment one more day. So if you can't make it out to set them up the next day, you click that button and you have extra time. So that's my recommendation. Good luck out there, and have a